Recording. Hello, I'm Multi-Morgan 76, and I'm going to be doing a Parrot Swing review. This is one of Parrot's newest mini drones. Pretty snazzy box. Packaging. One thing Parrot is always very strong in is their advertising and their marketing. Regardless of the product, it just looks like fun. It makes you want to pick it up and give it a go. So the Parrot Swing is different from Parrot's other mini drones, like the Mambo or the Night Swat series, in that this is a quadcopter and a plane. You have dual feature modes. Takes off as a quadcopter and has functionality as such, and then you can drop it into gears and put it into plane mode on either side. That's why they call it the swing, because it can swing back and forth and enter into plane mode on either the white top part of the drone or the black part. And on the third setting of the plane mode, you get full plane action and the greatest speed. It does not do barrel rolls and flips, though, as some of the advertising out there might mislead you, like on Amazon and whatnot. When you go down into the product features, I found it said that. So I was like, oh, okay. But no, it doesn't do that. In quadcopter mode, you can do full turns and quarter turns, just make it spin around, but you can't. In plane mode, all the button functionality is lost, and you're basically just able to fly and switch out of plane gears. One of the neat things about the Parrot Swing, it does come with this mini Parrot fly pad, the new Parrot fly pad for the mini drones. This is really cool because I got to be honest, I don't like flying any drone off my phone. It sucks compared to this, where you can really get control of the drone and make it do what you want to do. Compared to the phone control, it's just not the same. It is one of the neat things about this little drone. You got the Parrot Free Flight Mini app. Where am I going here? There you go. And in that app, you can do a number of things. You can download the pictures that your drone takes off the hard drive. It does have a little camera in there. Resolution's terrible. You're not gonna really do much with the camera except, maybe make some cool photos of where you're flying around. And but selfies are pretty terrible on it. So, but anyways, the other things you can do in this are you can connect it to your drone and change things. The propeller rotation. You can max that out. Because I would recommend doing that as soon as you get comfortable flying it, because that gives you the most fight against wind. This is a little drone. It gets blown around a lot. So by cranking up the propeller speed, you're going to give yourself the greatest ability to fight that wind and go fast, which is what really makes this thing fun. It's a little dart in the plane mode, and you can just fly it like a foot off the ground or even lower. Comfortably and do some really neat slalom work. It also has a feature where when you're flying in plane mode, if you hit the L1 button on the controller pad, you do an immediate stop. And that really comes in handy because you can come screaming in on a plane and all of a sudden you're heading towards a wall or a tree and you just hit that one button and boop, the drone stops. And then you can alternate the plane mode to the other side and get yourself away from whatever obstacle it was that you were about to crash your drone into. Some other things you can do in there, you can look at the control pad. You aren't actually able to change any of the buttons that I found, but it does have an explanation, detailed explanation of the different stuff that the controller does, because there are a lot of buttons on here, and there isn't a lot of information out there as far as what does what. So it's nice to be able to go in here and see what the heck is going on. Other things you can do is, change, aside from the rotation speed, your max vertical, great inclination rate, stuff like that. Oh, and altitude. You can get this thing up, think like 80, 90, 100 feet. But after that, you're going to lose your signal. So, but that's a good little height for a tiny little fun drone, which is what this is. Fun. So, yeah, your phone, what you can do, you can pilot it either just off the phone, or you can open up the Free Flight Mini app, link it to the drone, and then, or actually you don't need your phone. You can just fly it with the FlyPad, which I do a lot too, because bothered my phone. These little drones are just for taking out and having a blast, for 10 minutes, and then charging up your battery. The cool thing is, with the battery, it does only take about, seriously, like, if it's 30 minutes, I'd be surprised. It's probably more like 20, 25 minutes. You get a full charge on this. This thing takes, has a 6-hour, the FlyPad has a 6-hour charge to it, and it doesn't take that long to charge up either. So, you get yourself an extra couple batteries, and you can really have yourself plenty of fun time with this. It does burn through one battery kind of quick. I average about 5 to 8 minute fly times, depending on the wind and the style of flying that I'm doing. But let's check this drone out. Now, currently, these are being sold for about $140. You can now all of a sudden go on the Apple Store, surprise, surprise, 2 weeks after I buy it, and get an all-white one for $120, for $20 less. So, being the kind of person I am, I'm probably going to call AT&T and make them take care of me, because I don't appreciate when companies do that. They sell a product for more, and then, oh, here's this same deal over here for $20 less. Come on, So, but I'm not sure what's going on. I've seen Parrot kind of jumping around in prices from the product a lot lately. So, I think that AR drone was maybe not the best choice via company-wise for them. I think their Bebop drone has been a very strong seller and a good drone for them. The Disco is exciting and different. It's I almost bought one, but it's too expensive for a foam flyer. I mean, I don't care how many bells, whistles, and ding dongs you put in there. $1,300, $900, yeah, I'd do it. But you're about $300-400 off price point with that drone right there. That's my own personal opinion, if Parrot is listening. But I do really love Parrot. I love their mini drones, and it's a neat company. I've been having a ton of fun with this little swing. You can pop the battery out back here. Give you guys a show of this. It's a little dewjobber they give you, a little Mini Pro. Yep. And that will give you, again, 5 to 8 minutes of flight time. Also back here, you can see the camera. There's your charge port, and there's a sensor. Got these two nice green LEDs on the front, which make it kind of fun for flying at night. They could be a little bit brighter though, because when it's headed away from you or any other direction than to the side or right at you, you can't see squat. Which the white version from Apple might be a little better for night flying. But this is a fun drone to fly at night. I especially like on a full moon or something. you can just have a blast with this thing. Please put the drone on a flat surface. So here what we're going to do is the drone's on. Okay, we're going to hit start here. Okay, it's already linked up to that. So let's link it up to the fly pad. That took so long. Yeah, okay. So here I have the fly pad and it's linked up to my phone to give you a show of what you get with this. Now, normally there would be controllers here for the drone if you were just using your phone, but since I'm using the fly pad, it just gives you some HUD, some heads-up display. You're going to get a timer, which is going to let you know how long your flight time is. You also have the battery meter showing that I have a 98% charge here. Now here in the middle, this is kind of cool. This thing will help let you, if you slide it up and down, switch it into plane mode, kind of, or basically this way or that way with the drone. You have the buttons and stuff. I think I've touched this thing once and regretted I did it. But anyways, it's kind of cool. It's there. On the controller, when you're in quadcopter mode, you just take off with this takeoff button, or you can use the one right up here. Probably careful not to hit that and let the drone shoot up in my face. But you press that, and the drone will just take right off the ground. Your other buttons, your 1, 2, B, and A, are broken up between full turns and quarter turns. That's what it does. In plane mode, those buttons don't do anything. And then once you do switch into plane mode, both side directions will steer, but you want to take note, the left controller stick, this one, when you turn, will do quarter turns. So the other stick, you can do the tightest turn you want, and that's pretty much all I use when I'm flying. These weird half-quarter turns and stuff, that's like asking for you to crash yourself into a wall or a tree. You know, so I don't really use that one. Up and down, where you're going to be your altitude. And on the right stick, up and down, will be your speed. And one of the neat things about the Parrot Swing that I love is that in plane mode you have a little boost. You hit that right throttle all the way up and you'll get a nice, up to 19 miles an hour, however fast it can get going. On my flight data it says I'm going 36, 40 something miles an hour for a split second or something, which I guess is possible, but sometimes I question the accuracy on these flight data. Oh, that's another thing that you get for this. Even though it's a mini drone, there's a lot of neat features in here. So here I am in the, oh geez. That was a Nintendo DS, it's okay, they're rugged. But anyways, so in here we have the piloting positioning. You can see you can change pretty much everything that you need to. Max altitude, max inclination, max vertical speed, max rotation, and I got them all to the max because I've been playing with this thing for a while, and that's where you want it once you get used to flying it. Another thing you got here is your flights. And it will record the data from your flights. Supposedly you can load them into this Parrot Swing and it can do autopilot. Yeah, I mean, okay, cool. I haven't done it. But I do like the photo, the camera on it, and we have used that a lot. Once you go in, you do get some more detail. It'll give you the location, the amount of time, the drone you're using, the amount of battery you use, did you crash, even though when I crash it doesn't read it, so I don't know how it monitors that. And then graphics, which are kind of cool, which